What's up, guys? Andrew Acevedo here, back with another video, and we are back for another post-game stream. And God, Mets lose 6-3 to the Miami Marlins, and it seems to continue that the Mets cannot beat Miami. And it's kind of pathetic that the team that is the worst in the division, the Mets cannot beat, but yet they do well against good teams like the Brewers. And it just doesn't make sense. This team doesn't make sense, but yet they continue to not hit, and injuries continue. Luis Guillorme was the latest injury, and we thought Javi Baez was going to be the latest injury. But let's break down what happened in Miami. Pretty much, Tyler McGill had his first bad start, I guess you could say, as an MLB starter. Say what's up in the chat, Boomer. What's up? What's going on? So yeah, pretty much, post game is not going to be fun today. Usually, we were undefeated when I called out post game before. First L post game, and it started off rough. Tyler McGill had a rough first big league start, his first bad one. Pretty much couldn't get over a strike, and Luis Brinson hit the grand slam. It's just rough. Again, it was bad. Strike zone was rough for him as well. I don't know why you say rough. My dog, the light hitting Luis Brinson, of course. It's a grand slam, and from the first inning on, the Mets were down 4-0. They had to come back. And they slowly tried to chip away. Javi Baez scored on a wild pitch to make it 4-1. So we're like, okay, the Mets slowly chipping back into the game, trying to get back in. Brandon Drury brings in the same inning, has an RBI double. So they got two back in the next inning. Top three, Pete hits a solo shot, his 24th of the year, making it 4-3. And then Tyler McGill gives up another hit. Isan Diaz with an RBI double to make it 5-3. And oh boy, it was over from there. And also an RBI, a throwing error from Javi Baez. Luis Brinson reached on an error, and Miguel Rojas scored. It always seems to suck when playing the Mets. Playing the Marlins. And the Mets right now are just bad. They are a disgusting team. Boomer's going crazy in the chat. That's right. I don't know why we watch Boomer. That is a great question. Why do we watch this team sometimes? It's pretty bad. It's and I love the Pete Alonso. This is just a little rut. This has been a rut for 2 months. This is not a little rut. This is the same problem we had before the All-Star break is continuing. And now the deadline, there is no more trade deadline. You can't make a trade, so now you have to figure it out. And guess what? It's the same problems. Pete's homer. Pete's look good, but nobody else has. Javi looks like he tweaked something again. Supposedly he had a lingering ankle injury in Chicago. Freaking Jesus Zardo can't cover first base. Get the hell out of the baseline. Same thing with Jesus Aguilar. He almost had McGill pull something. So it is rough right now. The Mets are just bad. There's all I really could say. The Mets have been bad. I mean, that's really about it. Philly won, so they pick up a game. I think they're 2.5 game leading in the division. And the Mets have 3 more with the Marlins, and they seem to never beat the goddamn Marlins. It's kind of pathetic at this point where they just can't beat the worst team in the division. But yet they play well against the Brewers. And, again, they play decent against good teams. Cincinnati's a solid 12, lost 2 out of 3, but at least showed some kind of fight. The Marlins just look – they look pathetic against the Marlins, and it's kind of funny, but it's kind of sad and funny at the same time. But, again, there really is there's nothing you can do. There is nothing – more I can say. I mean, it's just rough. J.D. Davis had a hit, and J.D. hit a ball to the deepest part of left center. I thought it was going to be a homer, and nope, it died at the warning track. But, it's just how it is sometimes. This game, you thought it's good off the barrel. Pete, had a few in yesterday's game where he looked good off the barrel, off the bat, and just didn't go anywhere. So, we'll figure it out. Pitching, Taiwan goes tomorrow. They seem to struggle. He's been struggling lately, and then, you got Cookie his second start. What can you do for Carrasco? So we'll see what the Mets can do. At this point, I have no words. I'm not shocked yet. I'm not disappointed. I'm just used to this. And, maybe by the end of the month, who knows if entering September, they could be in third place or they could be, who knows. I got Hayden in the building. Hayden, what's going on, Hayden?
Yeah, we're having a good day, huh?
Yeah, that's about right. We got you. I think the Phillies are going to take over first place. We're playing the NL West in the next 2 weeks, yeah. Hey, it's what the schedule is. The baseball gods always hate the Mets, so they got to deal with the Dodgers and Giants back to back to back. Still better than the Angels. That's not saying much, Jose. Sorry, bud. That's not saying much. But yeah.
Just the fact is, there's always an excuse. People like to make excuses, whether, we can't hit left-hand pitching. Oh, Nimmo's not leading off. Oh, James McCann isn't a good framer. People just make excuses, and they just need to get it together. That right now we suck. Simply enough, and I don't want to go on a rant, but I'm just going to say this. Our front office wants to be like the Dodgers. Well, who did they get during the deadline, and who did we get? I mean, that really says it all. And like Boomer and Ashley said in the comment section, we're playing the Dodgers, Giants in 2 weeks. Well, that's pretty much going to cripple us and boost up the Braves, Phillies. And honestly, I think the Phillies and Braves are going to take it over. By the way we're playing at the rate of the last 10 games, I really don't think we're a playoff team. Besides the fact that I said third place team all season, that's just some satire. But realistically now, I don't think we're a playoff caliber team. I mean, they literally give you the opportunity to be like bases loaded with 1 out, and you just say, yeah, screw it. Let's just Pilar. I don't want Pilar in this game anymore. Send him down. I'm done with Pilar. He's back to his crap. Hard hit, finds a glove, or now he's like Javier Baez swinging at everything in the dirt. He's done. I mean, Conforto got very, very good with that hit today. Can he keep it up? I mean, do you keep him on the bench for him to hit?
At this point, maybe.
So simply enough, I mean, our offense becomes dead. I mean, McNeil went 0 for 4 today. And I'm tired of people saying, it was an unlucky. Okay, well, we didn't win the game, so it was an unlucky loss. I don't care if it's an expected win. Point is, according to the MLB, we lost. And that's how it is. And the Mets want to keep this shit up. They'll be in second place by September 1st if they keep this up. They didn't address anything at the deadline. The Phillies addressed more of their need. The Phillies, their concerns weren't offensive. It was more from pitching. What did they do? At least they went out and got something. I mean, Ian Kennedy, I think, is pretty solid. I've expressed interest for him. And Kyle Gibson. I said it on these streams a million times. I wanted those 2 guys. The Phillies got them. That's awesome. Who did we get? My point exactly. The Mets want to win. Chris Bryant, Trevor Story, you have Kenta Maeda.
Yeah.
Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of said it. They don't want to mess with the chemistry. That's all the horse shit they fed you. We don't want to mess with the chemistry. Well, what has this team showed you before this year? What have they won? What have they showed to believe in? Oh, yes, we have a couple all-star. Pete made an all-star game. Jeff made an all-star. JD in 2019 was a 300 hitter. What was the reason? You don't want to mess with the chemistry. Oh yeah, that shows. The chemistry of this team's real good when they're taking L's every single day. It seems like. And that's the same issue. Whoa.
All right, no, you're good. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, it's at this point. I'm not watching tomorrow. I'll be in minor league game tomorrow. I'll be probably running around God's country at this point, not watching this team at this point because.
Well, unfortunately, I bought tickets for Thursday, so I'm gonna have to go watch that crap.
Yeah, that's something. You get like $6 because Miami tickets should be like $5 to go to that game.
I spent like $80 on it.
Jesus,
you never know, but it's just
Trevor Rogers dominate for friggin' 7 innings.
Yeah, at least I'll see some successful Rookie of the Year pitcher go. Just honestly, regardless, I don't even think the Mets deserve to win anyway. I mean, you look at it; they're in a crap division. I mean, if we were in 2019 division, we would probably be in 3rd place still. Overall, I think the Mets really don't care. I think if they care, they would have went out and addressed their issues. They say money isn't the concern, but they literally were nowhere even near the luxury cap line.
Yeah. Unless they say, hey, they were like us on Thursday. They see the Dodgers. They're like, why we're not competing with that? Fucking tank the year. You make it, you make it. If not, you're not beating the Dodgers. That's the only thing I can see from them.
And statistically, it's going to affect us. I mean, it's going to affect our record, and there's going to be no recovering from that. What is that, 14? Well, so what is it? Is it 3-4, 3-4? Like, let me see. Because
as Eduardo Escobar just hit a 3-run homer.
I did see that. All right. So it is a 1-2-3, and then a 1-2-3, 1-2-3-4, 1-2-3. Yep. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. 13-game stretch. Go 3 for 10.
Again, but who knows with this? I just don't know. Pete. Oh, this is just a rut. It's been a rut for 3 months now. Is it a rut, or is it just blatant that you guys just fucking suck sometimes? And I can make fun of Pete Alonso all I want, but it ain't gonna make the team better because
Just
fuck chemistry. You're damn right,
so
Jose.
stupid because everyone's like, "Oh, Baez and Lindor are such good friends." I was like, "Cool." So give Javier Baez some pom poms and he can stand in the dugout and be a fucking cheerleader. I don't care. I don't care if you're friends with the fucking dude. I want you to go out there, swing the bat, and use your glove and throw the ball. Not socialize with Francisco Lindor. No, screw that. I got to socialize. We're here to play ball. Can I get paid $300 million to socialize? I would love that. Socialize with my teammates when I play baseball. Count me in.
Yeah, again, it's the same issue. Left-handed pitcher, another fucking L. Trevor Rogers on Thursday, probably going to be another L. The Phillies, Matt Moore's still hanging around. They probably going to be the rest. Maybe Ranger Suarez, who pitched today. Ranger Suarez is going to pitch on Saturday against the Mets. So another lefty to deal with. So,
did the Mets face Rogers at all this season?
I don't. They only played the Marlins like 5 times. I think they did. Remember the DeGrom game? They lost 1-0. Jazz Chisholm at the homer.
Was that also Rogers also pitching?
That was right. Yeah, it's because Jazz at the homer, and it was against Rogers. We were like, oh, DeGrom against who the hell is Trevor Rogers? Yep, DeGrom lost 1-0. Jazz at the homer.
You know what? Sandy's seeing this. Zach Scott seeing this. They don't care because if they cared, they would have went out at the deadline and actually did something. And they haven't.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know why. Oh, it seems like everybody, if it's on my channel, if it's on Hayden's channel, if it's on Frank's channel, if Elias's channel, all of our content's becoming the same after these games. When we do post games, or we do just hang out.
And hit against lefties.
What?
At first in the season, or the second quarter of the season, it was more the first couple innings we weren't getting hits. And then towards 7th, 8th, and 9th, we were rallying back. I feel it's kind of changed a little bit. I feel it's more first, second, third, fourth, maybe 5th inning, we get some stuff going. But 7, 8, 9, we're just dead.
Well, the Red Series is more of that. I don't know. Today was definitely – they didn't show up in late inning games. But lately, I think they've still been more of a late inning team. I don't know what the hell that is. But, yeah, again, you can't have your offense go missing 5 innings and then show up for 4. If it's the back 4 or the front 4. It's not how you win games. And, okay, we can go through this whole lineup. McCann, former All-Star. Alonso, former All-Star. Baez,
he looked terrible.
Like, you can make all the freaking – there's so much talent. There is, again. But you haven't seen it. And the fact that they went out and said, they didn't want to mess with the chemistry. They didn't want to trade J.D. Davis. They didn't want to mess with the room. This is what you wanted. You didn't want to mess with the room. J.D. looked good. Hit a ball to the warning track. He got another hit. Maybe you get J.D. going, but the rest of the room, if one guy hits, who knows? What's going on, Cubs Nation? So that's pretty much about it. I can't figure it. I just can't right now. There is no. It's the same content we're doing over and over again because it's the same things. Even though when we're like, there was a couple. We got luck and then you got it. It's pretty much. I just don't know. Like, what more do you say that hasn't been said on everybody's channel? And I can still see all the positive Twitter, and I'm just like, enough. Wake the fuck up.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, and I understand, yes, like maybe we are taking some of it for granted. I mean, during, the whole shutdown when there was no baseball, we just wanted baseball regardless of the result. Yeah. But it's like now we're getting it. And it just comes to the point is, every year the Mets are like, oh, they're going to be so good. 2019, we have these new rookie guys getting called up. We have an elite closer. We have DeGrom coming off a Cy Young first. Then 2020. If Edwin Diaz gets everything solved, we'll be fine. Nope. 2021. If our bullpen could be consistent and people stay, there's always an excuse for everything. It's just, I'm tired of the same crap. When we lose, people say, the XBA on that was so lucky. No. I don't give a shit if it was lucky. I don't give a shit if it was .30, 100. I don't care. The point is we lost. I don't care if people say, "Oh, well, we're a second half team. We can't hit against left-handed pitching. The XBA on that was lucky. We always lose if Nimmo's not leading off." I don't care. Playoff teams should be able to play under whatever condition. You don't see the Dodgers running around saying, "Oh crap, it's a left-handed pitcher. Oh, we're not going to win today."
Yeah, they have a whole different lineup set up against righties and lefties. They have their right-handed lineup. They have a left-handed lineup. And the Mets could do that. Their bench has been good enough, but nobody's hot at the same time. You have, some guys it's Alonso or Alonso McNeil week. Sometimes it's Nimmo and Lindor was healthy for a week. You've never gotten this offense clicking at the same time. That's been the issue. And if it's a left-handed pitcher, God forbid, if I hear Gary Cohen say, "Oh, Brandon Nimmo and Dom Smith are great against left-handed pitching," and if I hear the goddamn weighted runs created excuse, I'm going to flip a biscuit. I don't give a shit how much weighted runs he created. He didn't create any runs in reality. It might be on a spreadsheet. It ain't in real life. It ain't no scoreboard. End of story. I just don't know. I don't know.
I don't get it either.
We got.
I just don't get it either. I mean, you have the time where they say, "Oh, Dom Smith is so good against lefties. He goes 1 for 4." And the first 3 are strikeouts. I mean, you have McCann there swinging at pitches that are 2 feet away from him. You have Pilar swinging at God knows fucking what. Yeah, I swear, if they lead Pilar off one more time, rather than a guy like McNeil, honestly, lead Alonso off at this rate. I don't want Pilar in this lineup anymore. He's a bench guy, and our bench mob is going to Putskis. Why? Because the bench mob, they're the bench players. They're not supposed to play every day.
Yeah.
Pretty much the first half of the season is really the only action they're used to get. Oh, yeah, I understand Pilar, they're everyday players. But we all know how they were in Toronto and Miami if they actually played every day.
So, again, you want to see them in small sample size. You don't want to see these guys every day. And guess what? The Mets, luck, you're seeing them every day. And it's, again, are they average ball players? Yeah, that's what they are. You're not going to get elite production. Could you have gone out and got a better guy? 100%. But your farm system, besides your top 5, which, that's it. You don't really have valuable assets that you don't want to trade a Beatty or an Alvarez or, you move PCA. Again, I don't love it, but I understand why you did it, but it's not the right move. It's I don't know. And I understand the plan or whatever, build the farm, because the Padres, AJ Preller got lucked into having an elite farm system, then made all the trades. So fans that thought, again, I think I'm going to try to take at least some – thought year one you're going to go out and split. You're not. Because, one, you don't have the cap. You have the capital and the money, but who knows that anymore. But you didn't have a good farm system. The Padres, before they went nuts, they developed their farm and had one of the best farms in baseball. Then went nuts. Snell, Pham, Darvish, Haraj, sign a Machado, give Tatis the money. The Mets didn't have that. The Mets had a below-average farm it was great at the top, no depth. The capital, who knows money-wise? We don't know. Hearing what some of the shit that came out of the deadline, if true or not, is it just the media going up against the Mets? That could be 100% true. We don't know. But the fact that this team, they're hanging on to first place, barely. They're playing the Phillies this weekend. They could be in a situation where they're 5 games up or 5 games back.
Like I said, the Mets were given all the opportunities. I mean, yeah, I understand the injuries, but then yet now only Lindor's out. And do you really think Lindor is responsible for 5 runs a game?
Yeah, Jake. Jake and Lindor, you're arguably your 2 best players.
Yeah, but I mean, one, how much could tonight, when it wasn't DeGrom's night, really could he have done? And then Lindor, I mean, yeah, he's a switch hitter, sure, whatever, but what else is that going to offer? I mean, one guy can't give 10 runs on the board, or in this scenario, 7 runs.
Ask all the WRC plus motherfucker. How much runs he creates? I don't know.
Just the fact is, the Mets were given the chance, and we denied it. Sandy Alderson, they all had the opportunity. They claim they want to be like the Dodgers. We got Rich Hill, who pretty much sounds like a Wilpon move. I mean, just to say it, I think we could agree on that.
Yeah.
And then Javier Baez. And, I mean, watch any club of Javier Baez. We literally know. We saw what he did today. His defense literally showed it off so far. Playing so
Well,
far
that's more
back,
Alonso
about
not
the
digging
best
that out.
and
Fucking
ever.
tough. Alonso needs to dig that out. I'm just saying. But besides the point,
Wow.
Alonso got to dig that out. It was a big enough hop for him to dig that out, you lazy fuck. Besides the point, I think you know what the story is here. It's gonna be the same thing. Can they turn it around? Maybe. Will they? They have all that power. We can't say, we're not gonna say all the players on the field decide that. If they want to get their shit together, they can get hot. They can get hot and take over this division. The division is theirs for the freaking taking. You're gonna grab it by the balls, or you're gonna let Philadelphia, you're gonna let Atlanta do that. You've been in first place for how long? Pretty much the whole season. It's your choice. Get up, wake the fuck up. It's your choice.
Text Nemo that right now. Text him the stream. Tell him to join. You gotta have these guys wake the fuck up. It's just, I really don't know. And it's just like, because we keep repeating ourselves. We say the same shit. Left-handed pitching, it's the same stuff. It is nothing new to say. And the only positive really is Alonso hit a home run. JD Davis made 2 nice plays at third base. And that's literally it.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyler Miguel is probably going to come back down to reality now. Hopefully not, knock on wood. I mean, yeah, our bullpen kind of saved us a little bit. I mean, Loop and Familia look solid. But otherwise, there's nothing positive. I mean, we've been seeing the pattern. Our starters are sucking. And we're putting in 6 to 7 relief pitchers who are putting up goose eggs in terms of earned runs. It's the same stuff. And then we say, but, regardless of this guy, we would have won. The point is we lost. And it's the same stuff. And I'm just tired of repeating the same shit. Fix it. If a 19-year-old freaking kid in Florida and you could figure, let's do something. It's like.
But if Baez is out long term, which we don't know, that in his Rojas said it's been nagging him. Whatever. If you need to do it. Beatty or Vientos up here. I will continue that.
That's right.
Bias. Beatty or Vientos. I'll meet y'all halfway. Vientos needs to be up here. The end of story. If Baez is out, third base, and if JD doesn't take the job the next week, get something, because he's hitting pretty damn well. Homers and average. Beatty same way.
When is the ETA for Vientos? Like 23?
Probably 23. Man, maybe like 20, maybe next year. Because he'll be in the whole probably next year. Maybe next year or early 2023.
But we're talking what, like AA?
He's in AA, but he's been in AA for a while. So I don't know. We'll end it here because really, what more of us bitching and moaning are you guys want to hear? So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment. Hayden, I'll leave your link. I'll leave the rest of the Mets Weekly guys linked once I go after this, and we'll do that. So Hayden, if you want to plug, you can plug if you want.
I don't know what to say anymore. Just on my stream before, I had so much ambition. I was like, you know what? The Marlins always give us, and it's just the same shit. But you know what? We'll figure it out. But it'll be too late. But Mets Talk with Hayden is the name. Raging is the game. Which we got a lot of that tonight, and. Yeah, that's all. I'll leave it. I'm too depressed to talk about the Mets. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'll do some house cleaning as I always do. Metal End Madness tomorrow. Might be at a different time. I will be actually live from the Springfield Cardinals Stadium, so trying to get that done before I go into the ballpark. So at least I think maybe about 5:30 Eastern Standard, I believe. Don't quote me on that. We'll try to get that out tomorrow. I guess maybe I'll come out with my top 10. Starting banging out the top 10s. Maybe we'll do that. It's at this point, we'll see. Maybe I'll vlog tomorrow at the game. I'm going to that. I got a couple of Springfield Cardinal games. I'm going to the Royals and Astros game. So maybe I'll bring the camera. Maybe I'll start recording some content. Who knows? Right now, Boomer, I think me and you are in the same game. Just want to go to bed. MLB The Show stuff Probably going to be delayed for a little while because I need to get a PS Plus, which maybe I can get that done tonight. So, Cubs Nation, appreciate it. Always see you in the chat. Have a good night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.